Questions in the last actually 2 weeks about people who own a corporation are going out of business and they need to know what to do and they owe IRS taxes. My name is Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor with the IRS. I worked 10 years at the IRS. I've been in private practice for 40 years. If anyone tells you anything different from me, they're lying to you or don't know what they're talking about. In most cases, they have no idea what they're talking about. I have a whole team of former IRS agents. I've been in the national news a lot, so whatever I tell you is the absolute truth. I've been doing this too long, so anyway, if you owe taxes and you need to go out of business, just go out of business. If you owe these 941 taxes or 940s, or you possibly owe 1120 corporate taxes, just go out of business. And let me just tell you what will happen pretty much if you owe 941 taxes. What happens is the case will, depending on the dollar amount, the case will be assigned to a revenue officer. The revenue officer will come out, investigate were there any assets left of the corporation. Usually there's not. They're going to levy the bank account to make sure all the funds are out. They're going to look at the receivables. They are going to go ahead and ask the owner for a financial statement and make sure they have collected all the possible assets. The due diligence they do will depend on how much tax was owed and what are the assets. They'll use the 1120 tax returns to do their digging and their explorations on that, just so you go ahead and know that. And if you owe 941 taxes, IRS is going to go ahead and compute the trust fund tax against you. So what IRS is going to do, they're going to look at what you owe on your 941 taxes, and they're personally going to set you up for the trust fund tax. What's the trust fund tax? Everyone says, Michael, what's the trust fund tax? It's very simple. It's the money you held in trust. It's the money you held in trust from your employees. So the money you withheld in trust was all the withholding and one half of the Social Security. So what IRS does is they take that bit of those 941s and they transfer that to you. It's called the 6672 penalty or the trust fund tax. The other match Social Security and the penalties and interest and the 940 all go away. So basically what the IRS does, they will close out your corporation after they've done an examination to make sure there's no assets left. Then they set up this trust fund penalty. They go after you for the trust fund amount, and then they assess it against the responsible officers or people they deem responsible. They kind of do an investigation. I used to do that. And then they try to collect the money from you as though you owe 1040 tax. So just be aware that if you do owe money to IRS on payroll taxes, they're going to follow you to this case is in fact closed, and they'll collect it from as many people as they can. If you need help, give me a call. We're a team of former IRS agents. We appreciate talking to you, and my information is below. Give me a subscription if you want. Those are big. Why do people ask subscriptions? Because YouTube values us on subscriptions. You want to leave a question, go ahead and leave it. I try to answer all my questions I get. Thank you. I'm available for representation, but give me a subscription for today. Thank you so much.